Why? Why would I have to tap into my masculine energy for me to have what I'm supposed to have on a normal day? Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Nickie. I'm a Rwandan YouTuber based in Lagos. Today we are going to talk about culture shock. As a Rwandan YouTuber based in Lagos, I've selected 10 main culture shocks that I've experienced so far to share with you guys. So if you're if you're a foreigner and living in Nigeria, please let me know, are you experiencing the same thing? If you're Nigerian and watching me, let me know if I'm lying or not. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe so you can be updated whenever I upload a new video, be vlogs, be setup video, lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. So without further ado, let's get into the video. You guys, the first culture shock I experienced when I got here, because I've been living in Nigeria for like almost 2 years now. So anyway, the first culture shock I experienced is the tone, the way Nigerian people speak, the way Nigerian people get vexed easily. Nigerian people, you'll be talking to someone and then they will have like a small like misunderstanding. They'll start shouting, they start speaking in a, like an angry kind of voice. So if you're new and you don't know about Nigerian culture, you think the person is, I don't know, disrespecting you, or the person is just like being angry at you with no reason. But truly speaking, that's how Nigerians are. Nigerian will, they'll shout at you, they will express their anger, but like at the end of the day, they'll be done with it. They will not hold grudges. They won't even think that they're speaking in that tone with you. That, it's so common to them that it's usual for someone to shout at you for no reason, or just like because they are not understanding what you are saying. They will be like, madam, we are doing this and this and this. I'm like, why would you be shouting at me like that? What would I do to deserve that? So yeah, vexing and tones, like that was a real big culture shock for me, because back home in Rwanda, for you to raise your voice at someone, you have to really be really angry at them to get at that point. But like Nigerian, any inconvenience, someone just like raise their voice anyhow at you, and sometimes it's really annoying. And I think it's something that I've been learning to not take personal, because my anger issues, if you start shouting at me, I'll shout as well, and I don't like that part of myself. Anyway, yes. The second culture shock is the way Nigerians are big on respect. And this one, it doesn't make sense with the first one, because if you're really big on respect, why are you shouting at me? But like, one thing about Nigerians, especially towards your elderly, your elders, they are very respectful. The way they greet their elders, they will bow, they will kneel down, they will be like sir, ma, Mr., Mrs., everyone wants to be respected, and it's a very common practice in Lagos and Nigeria in general. And I really I give them that to you guys, because it's not easy. You're forming big babe, and now you see, an older woman, and you start kneeling down. Some people go to the extent of even like lying on the floor. I'm like, wow. Respect, respect, respect. So, and as you know that the only thing we do is just like, maybe someone giving you something, you use your both hands, and that's the kind of respect sign that we practice the most. But like for them, greetings, good afternoon, ma, good afternoon, sir, anyway. Kudos to them, kudos to them. This one is mad. If I say mad, it's crazy. Like the way people drive in Lagos. There's this book they call Everyone in Lagos is Mad, something like that. Every man in Lagos is mad. No, the way people drive in Lagos, it's out of this world. Some people drive as if everyone is a priority on the streets. No, they don't care if you are coming from the right, you are coming. If they want to go, they're going, and you're not doing anything to stop them unless you want to fight them. People will bump each other on the street. They will get out of their car. They'll start shouting at each other. They'll start insulting each other. They will go to the extent of taking each other's necks. After that, if you're the strong one, you're the one going to win the arguments. It doesn't matter if you're at fault. As long as you are the strong one, you are the right one. That's Lagos for you. The traffic, people, they don't care about traffic lights. You'll never see, it's rare that you'll see traffic police trying to direct people. And that's one of the things I think causes traffic in Lagos, is because everyone thinks they are priority. No one is caring about like how things are supposed to walk on the streets. And the way they're horning, any small thing, horn. Someone will horn as if they're going in the way the B. Yo, it's why traffic in Lagos, I mean driving in general, it's not it's not for the weak. You have to be strong to manage or maneuver driving in Lagos streets. That was really a big culture shock, because in Rwanda, you don't play with traffic. Any small thing, they charge you. Any small thing, you are paying fine of 50,000, you're paying fine of 200,000. So we don't joke, we don't play, we drive like robots in Rwanda. And seeing how Lagosians operate, it was really a culture shock for me. The fourth culture shock for me, was Nigerian food and their spicy food. Their food is spicy 1,000 times. You think you eat spicy food? No, you don't. Do you think Indian eats spicy food? No, they don't. Every Nigerian dish is spicy to the point where they want to even put spice or pepper in plantain or chips. That's how spicy their food is. And every Nigerian household, you'll see them eat Nigerian traditional food from Monday to Monday. And it's really like eye-opening, especially the back home, we really, when we are talking about eating like nice food, we are talking about like maybe eating fries or maybe eating, I don't know, like all these fancy intercontinental foods. But like Nigerian people are very proud in their cuisine, and I love that for them. Like they eat their food from Monday to Monday, and they're okay with it. And now I see why whenever Nigerian people travel to other countries, they're always looking for their food, because their food has its own taste and you won't see it anywhere else. In Africa mostly, but like Nigerian food, if you're not used to their food, it's going to be hard for you to adapt on it, especially because they eat a lot of swallow. I'll compare it with ubugari. So they eat a lot of ubugari. So they eat ubugari made from yams. They eat ubugari made from rice powder. They eat ubugari made from plantain powder. They eat a lot of ubugari. It's mind blowing. And the way they cook, you see Nigerian people cook 5 different types of protein in one pot. That was shock. You see people mix fish with beef, with chicken, with turkey, with snails, with crabs. You'll see a busy pot looking yummy, and you'll be like, I've never thought in my life that I'll eat one dish that has all this protein. And now I see why these people are very strong, because they eat really healthy. They eat really healthy, and it's rare that you'll see Nigerian people cook with vegetable oil. That's meaning like olive oil and stuff. They most of the time they cook with palm oil, and we all know how palm oil is healthy. So yeah, that was a really big culture shock. The spicy in their food, the way their food, every single, even really little kids, like they start feeding them at an early young age spicy food, and you know, that's their culture. So my sixth culture shock in Nigeria was the way they celebrate burials, the way they celebrate people's deaths. It's really good to see. It's really so different, and it's really, I would say, in a good way, because in Rwanda, whenever someone is dead, even if they're 100 years old, we'll still cry. We'll spend like 2 months, 3 months crying without looking back at how that person that died, they lived their life, they had accomplishments, they had family, they have grandkids, kids, and grandkids, but we'll still cry and not get time to celebrate their life and be happy for them, for the journey that they lived. So one thing about Nigeria, they'll celebrate someone's lifetime, someone's journey, someone's accomplishments when they die, especially when they die at an older age. So you see, they will take time. Someone will die maybe like they will die today, maybe like they will bury them after 3 months. So in that whole period, they will take time to collect money, to organize themselves, to prepare this huge party that you think it's a wedding or something. And it's really life-changing. Like, it's a good way to say goodbye to your loved one, especially, like I said, if they've lived a good life. It's uplifting. So you get time to, of course, you mourn them, you'll be sad that you've lost someone. But again, when you bury them, you'll be like, we are happy for the life that they lived, they accomplished this and this, and, you know, celebrate life on their behalf. Yeah, the seventh culture shock is the way women are treated in Nigeria, especially in the entertainment. I would say, would I call it entertainment industry, or in the enjoyment part of Nigeria? Let's say enjoyment that include clubs, bars, you know, all those like, let's say back home in Rwanda, if you're a group of girls, you want to go out, you can go at any resto, reserve, make a booking, then later you can go to a club, drink your cocktails or maybe wines or champagne, depending on what you can afford. But like in Nigeria, it's very, very different. I was even shocked when I first got here, like for you to go, okay, in bars, it's not that bad, but like in clubs, especially in clubs, it's crazy. You can't go to the club by yourself and say, it's just like a night girls out, I'm just going and buy a cocktail, because they'll be like, at the door, they'll ask you, who are you here to see? Which table are you going at? I'm like, eh? So I cannot go to the bar and sit and get a glass of whatever I can afford and enjoy my time. So every time I go out, I must be with the man to enjoy myself, or to have the privilege, or I mean to have the rights to go inside such establishments. So it was really like annoying for me, especially I would expect Nigeria to be that open and to be that, you know, have that equality, that have to, you know, that people are equal regardless of their gender. One thing also I've noticed based on gender, let's say maybe craftsmen and stuff, people that come and work for you, they'll be like, electrician will come and you ask them like, what's going on, or tell me like in depth what's wrong with, you know, what's the issue. They're coming to fix it. They'll be like, you will not understand it, but don't worry, I'll fix it. I'm like, are you stupid? What do you mean I will not understand it? Don't I have a brain to understand? Like, they take women as if, I don't know if I'm wrong, that's the impression I have so far, but they're taking women as if they're so fragile, they there's things they can't do because they're women. I don't know, like, it's weird and it's annoying and it's frustrating at the same time that I don't even want to. It's really annoying. It is. Like, I don't get it. Why wouldn't I go to a certain place just because I'm a woman? Just because I'm not going with a man that's going to get a table and stuff. Anyway, but another thing is most of those, let's say, clubs and stuff, there are many clientele at those big ballers that get tables, buy 5 to 10 champagnes, and maybe when they see you as a woman, they think you're not going to spend that kind of money. So maybe I'm not that targeted client, but again, after all, I don't see a club with men alone. They won't even go to the club if there is no women. So why are you making it hard for women to go there while they're one of the things that makes the club what the club is? Anyway, that's my opinion. So the way they treat women sometime in Nigeria can be annoying. So I think that's why most of Nigerian women, they have really big personalities. They have really big characters. You can't play with them. You cannot, and I love that for them. I love it how, they are there to fight for their rights, and that's on period. I love that. So I think that's what made them who they are. Which is really annoying. Why should I have this big personality, or maybe tap into my masculine energy for you to appreciate me, or for me to have my rights? Why? Why would I have to tap into my masculine energy for me to have what I'm supposed to have on a normal day? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, my 8th culture shock. Tell me why in this big country like Nigeria, there is no electricity. Why there's no constant electricity. That was my most culture shock. Sorry guys, I was really shocked to start looking for houses. I looked for an Airbnb, and then when I got there, I'll see on the Airbnb website, they'll be like, a schedule light 18 hours from this time to this hour to this time. I didn't get it at first. I wasn't even like making it a big deal. I was just like looking for a house that looked pleasant and aesthetically pleasing to my taste. Tell me why I wanted to book an Airbnb, and this host were telling me, so just make sure, just note that the light is going to be on at this time and this time. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Because before I was living in a hotel, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not getting it. So you mean at this time of the day, I will not have light? In this heat, especially in Nigeria, the way this place is hot, that was another culture shock. The heat is out of this world. Even where I'm sitting right now, if I didn't have my fan, my AC blowing right on me, I'll be like boiling. I'll be like dripping in water. So you mean like with this hotness, I'm not talking about this hotness. Literally, the hotness, you are telling me there is no light 24/7? Because in Rwanda, I don't even understand. Like, there is no time I will spend 30 minutes without electricity. Like, literally, we all know that unless you've not bought airtime in your cash power, but there is no reason that you don't have light for straight 20 minutes in your home in Kigali. So I was like, you're telling me in the middle of the night you're going to turn off the generator? Like, that was a big culture shock. That was a huge, massive culture shock that even at this time that I've spent 2 years here, I cannot get used to it. The amount of money that we pay to have electricity 24/7, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. So that was like very, very, very shocking to me, and it's unfortunate. But again, another culture shock, that in like the basic needs, you don't pay water bills. So as long as you've paid for your service charge in the estate, so there is no one that we pay water to. There is no electrogaze. Is it electrogaze? Wasake? Is it wasake? Ewasa? Is it Ewasa? I think it's Ewasa. Is it Ewasa or Wasak, where we pay our water bill in Kigali? So we don't have such here. Water is free. You only have to buy tanks, and you have to treat your water per estate or per house, and it's free of charge. So there is no one like Wasake or Ewasa, I don't know which one is, that will treat your water, supply you water, and at the end of the month they will collect payment. There is nothing like such, and that's like a plus. But like electricity shock, I'll never get over it. Even right now, I'm still shocked. The shook, I'm shocked. Is she shocked? Anyway, so my 9th culture shock, because I wrote the culture shocks here. The 9th culture shock is no way. No way. No way. I've erased it. Who am I? I've erased. Yo, what the heck is this? How do I undo a deleted note? The fuck? Jeez, what is this now? I beg. No. Okay, I have it. I almost lost my mind. Anyway, the 9th culture shock is the culture of blessing. One thing I love about my Nigerians, they will bless unfortunate people. They'll bless unfavored people, and I love that culture for them. And I mean, what else can I say? I love it, how people, like the culture of giving back to the unfortunate people. It's really like a good culture as a human being to, or a good practice as a human being to practice. And that's one thing about Nigerian. They will always bless people. If someone has done a deal, if someone has recently got money, or maybe if they have money, they've got paid, they have their salary, if they see someone, or maybe it's someone working for them, or it's maybe someone on the street, they will bless them. And I love the blessing culture. I love it. Even though that blessing culture got another side effect to it, that people feel entitled to beg. You'll see many beggars on the street. You'll see grown-up men begging for money to someone they think that will bless them, but like regardless, the blessing culture, that was like a very like culture shock in a good way. And kudos to them. They should just keep, practicing it, and it's a good thing to learn and to do once in a while, because giving back is, like that's when you attract more blessings. And who doesn't like blessings? So yeah, so the blessing culture, that was a good culture shock. My 10th and last culture shock is the way people spray money. The way Nigerian treats money physically is shocking. Shocking in a way. We all know in Rwanda, you cannot play even with one coin. You cannot play with it, or maybe try to paint on it, or maybe try to throw it anyhow, or talk less of a 5,000 Rwandan francs bill. That is straight to prison. You cannot be spraying it anyhow. You cannot be throwing it anyhow. But like Nigerian people and spraying money, it's 5 and 6. And sometimes it's uncontrollable, sometimes it's ridiculous. You'll see people like after drinking, maybe they're in, sorry, I think my micro something, or maybe they're in pool party after drinking and getting there, being late. You see people throwing money in the pool. They'll throw money in the air. They'll throw money. They don't even care who's going to pick the money. All they want is just like throwing and throwing. I'm like, is that money you're throwing? So it's paper trash you are throwing. So you see people in parties, they will throw like 1,100 of naira. They will pack it. Ghana must go bags. People will step on the money. People to the point they will even burn it if they wanted to. And I'm like, how come there is no one like complaining? I don't know. The government is just like wasting money and people are treating it anyhow. And anyway, recently when they changed the bills, they said it's prohibited to spray certain money, but like people are still doing it because I think it's a practice that's been going on and on for quite a long time. So it's not going to be easy to ban it. But like that was really like a shock for me to see how people treat money anyhow, even though it's really pleasant, especially when they're spraying it on you. It's really a good feeling, even if you don't pick it up. So imagine when you pick it up and get home, count it, maybe it's a 1 million naira that was sprayed on you. So it's really, I mean, it's a good feeling. Even if you have the money and you're spraying it on someone, it's a really good feeling. But like, yeah, it was a culture shock for me. And yeah, guys, those are like my 10 huge culture shocks, because I have plenty, but like I said, let me like share this with you guys. Let me know in the comment section which one was like your most culture shock that you didn't know about Nigerians. If you're Nigerian and watching this, tell me which one I lied about and how you feel about my interpretation of all of these. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for sticking around with me, spending time with me. Please give me a like, give me a comment, share this video with anyone that you think that maybe is coming to Nigeria and doesn't know anything about Nigerians, or or maybe you just want to spend time with me. Before I go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be updated whenever I upload a new video. If you want to follow me on my socials, follow me at Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok at Nickielifestyle. Until next time, guys, I love you so much. Bye.